Good morning, everybody. Today I am going to beat Rebecca to letting the animals out. She always gets out here and does the morning chores before I get up. Well, not before I get up. I actually am usually brushing my teeth or changing my clothes. And she'll throw her pajamas on. She'll throw her bibs on over her pajamas and her coat. And she'll come out here and do all the chores before I get a chance to. So she always beats me. So today, I'm gonna get it done first. You can see it's still early. We still got the camera's a little bit brighter, but the dusk till dawn lights are still on. It's like I think it's about 6:15 in the morning. So heading to the barn. You can see we got our light on in our chicken coop. Help the chickens lay eggs. So you can see that's pretty bright in the chicken coop. That comes on at 2:30 in the morning just to give these girls enough light. All right, time to let out the turkeys. She always goes running out in the morning like she's got to go lay an egg real quick. Open the chickens up. So we'll walk up front, take a look at the billy goats. So we're a little low on animals right now because it's the winter time, but we are planning on getting some steers here pretty soon, probably within the next couple months, and I think it was sometime around April we'll be getting pigs again. Billy goats are good. Water's thawed out. Well, I can hear the electric fence snapping. I think it must be this tall grass right here. The verticals aren't electrified, so I can grab that. Break it free of that grass. Well, now it's snapping down here. Yeah, we'll just pull on the fence a few places. Fence has been here all winter. I'm gonna get shocked doing this. Hey, it's quiet now. A lot better. Well, I'm gonna have to try to figure out what I'm gonna do today. What I wanted to do, it's gonna be a little too windy to do. So I'm gonna have to come up with something else today. I've got plenty to do around here, so just have to find something that the wind doesn't matter on. Well, the sun is just coming up. It's almost above the trees. And it looks like we're gonna have a beautiful day today. So we got a bunch of diving ducks out on the pond this morning. Rebecca said we had about 25 the other day. They're kind of hard to count because all of a sudden a bunch of them will go underwater and they won't come up for a while. But I'm gonna say we got at least 15 out there this morning. So I spent the last 3 hours ordering parts for the Allis-Chalmers D17. I had to go to 4 different places online to find all the parts I needed. So I ordered all the bearings, seals, gaskets, O-rings for the back part of this tractor. Ended up spending $830 in parts. So hopefully they'll all show up within the next week. And then depending on the weather and how things go, hopefully we'll get started putting all this back together and getting a little bit of paint on all the parts as we put them back on. So now I can finally start to get some things done around here. And have you ever based what you did that day on what implement is on your tractor? I think that's what I'm gonna do today. So we got the bucket on the tractor. I've got plenty of things I think I can do with the bucket. So let's go ahead and get started. So this hole right here in the loader, man, this is perfect for me to carry my camera. Just like that. That's how I carry it on the tractor. So a couple months ago when I rented the man lift to cut down all the trees at the firewood shed, I also came over here and I cut 2 big limbs off of this tree that were rotted. And today I'm finally gonna clean up the mess that I created that day. So I have got limbs everywhere. I've got a bunch of limbs here on the ground, inside of the fence. I've got some that's actually in the tree, I've got some out in the pasture, and I've got a whole pile right there. So all this wood is too rotten to use as firewood, so we're just gonna collect everything up, try to pile it up in the bucket, and then haul it off to the brush pile. This pile of gravel has been here since last summer, and it's in the way. I'd like to use it up today. So I've got a thin spot in the driveway. We're gonna spread this out, try to build the driveway up a little bit. So I'm gonna take this last little bit of gravel and we're gonna fill in down here where the fill is coming out from underneath the concrete. I've had several people tell me, hey, you need to get that filled in. So we're gonna pack some gravel in there, and then I've got a little bit of topsoil that we'll put on top of that, and hopefully that'll kind of dress this all up and fix that problem right there. Try to pack this up underneath there as best I can. I know it's not gonna be perfect. All right, I think it's time to cover this up with a little bit of topsoil. So I intended just to dig down a little bit and scrape the surface, and I ended up getting down about 6 inches down into the clay right here. So hopefully I can pick up or scrape some of this topsoil and stuff here and fill this hole back in and dress this up a little bit, or else that's going to be a huge mud puddle. Apparently I got some clay stuck in the bucket. Maybe I can drop that in there. Well, I got that all filled in now, so hopefully that fixed that problem. I mean, there's still a lot of backfill that needs to happen around the barn. And once again, I ended up breaking something while making a video. Like I said, it happens every time. I always break something. So I'm gonna have to buy me a bunch of hickory handles, and I have several garden tools that need handles replaced. So I got this hole filled in back here. I think that doesn't look too bad. You really can't tell that I dug a hole out there. So that's all filled in. This doesn't look very good, but at least it's packed in under that concrete and it shouldn't wash out. And eventually we're gonna come back here and we're gonna fill. This all has to be backfilled in this area, and maybe this summer we'll get this done. So one of the projects I'd like to do sometime is in the side of this hill here. I'd like to dig it out and put a root cellar over here. And the idea was, if I dug out a root cellar, I could just use the dirt from the root cellar and fill in over there beside the barn. But I don't think this is gonna happen for at least another year. So I'll probably just go ahead and bring some dirt in here and fill this in. Oh my goodness, check this out. I just noticed this. This is a huge nest. Look at that nest. I don't think I've ever seen a nest that big before. I doubt you can even see it. That is a huge nest. It's weird because it looks like a wasp nest. It's like in 3 layers. And wow, that is huge. So it doesn't look like a hornet's nest, that looks like a wasp nest. I don't know if that's gonna show up on camera. That's the biggest wasp nest I've ever seen, if that's what it is. So everything I did today was pretty much stuff that I've been putting off, stuff that I needed to do for a while. Even the Alice Chalmers parts, I probably could have ordered most of that stuff last year, because we started tearing that apart last winter. So hopefully we can at least get it back together here soon and have it running. And then that pile of gravel's been up there for like 9 months, so I'm glad to get that out of the way. It's kind of a little bit of an eyesore, and at least we put it to good use. And yeah, so I mean, we did a few things today I've been putting off, but the ground is so muddy. I mean, just look at this ground back here. The ground, it is so easy to track up. It's so soft right now. I really didn't want to get out there in the field and clean out the fence row today. I would have probably just rutted it up, just terrible. So I figured this was a better thing to do today. And of course we had the bucket on the tractor too. So it was just convenient to do those jobs. But I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.